Excuse me. Excuse me. I could use a little help.
What?
Oh my gosh.
What on earth is going on? No pun intended.
Get him.
Nikki, you must have pushed him.
Me? Why would you say that?
Because you and I were the only ones up there with him. And I've almost entirely ruled out myself.
Folks, the answer's been staring us in the face all along. Quick, I need to see the music for this number now.
There's a copy of the score just off stage. Come on.
What the hell were you doing way up there?
Well, I'm asking myself the same question. Nikki, did you see anything?
I don't know. It was so dark. I suppose I might have accidentally unhitched a rope.
This was no accident. But never mind, because I think I've solved it. I can't believe it took me so long to figure out. Let's see. Damn.
What's the matter, Frank?
I just remembered I can't read music.
Good.
But never mind. Aaron, you wrote all three versions of In the Same Boat to fit the same orchestra parts, right?
Right?
Then they must all fit with each other. That's what will give this number the kick in the backside it's been needing. The whole company singing three different songs at the same time like Frère Jacques.
But what about the murders?
Oh, will you forget about the bloody murders for a second?
But you said you got it, that you'd solved it.
Solved how to salvage this number. Quick! I need to run this now. Jenny, bring in the set.
She's dead?
Oh, right, I forgot. Boys, get the sets in. Where are the waves? Here? Is the boat ready?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are we set?
We got the boats ready. The boat ready? Yeah. It's ready for the boat?
One in there. Everyone will have Rob Hood and the ladies trying to get the steamboat to the courthouse before the farmers lose their land. Is everybody on board with that?
Aye, aye, Captain.
It's just Georgia at the top. Sasha, start it off slow.
In the same boat, on the same sea, shaking inside as the tide keeps rising. Nary a ship, nary a sail, nary a soul on the whole horizon.
Here come the three pals paddling up the rapids.
Here we are, my shipmates and me, lost on a windy sea. All the planks are springing a leak. We'd like to bail, but we forgot the pail. We regret to say our compass is gone, but somehow we still sail on. Because two heads are best, as some fellow wrote, and what the heck, we're in the same.
Heading down the river come the damsels in distress.
Scattered and torn, weary and worn, feeling forlorn that we look untidy, chewing our nails, brain that wails, aren't allowed to eat meat on Friday. So we are not discouraged due to the ancient quote that you like to do it. Take it all on the chin when you're in the same
The waves are coming on fast. Third song now.
The sea's unusually rough, the going's terribly tough. As if that wasn't enough, we lost it all. We find that all we can do to calm the craft for the more little chum is so dumb that we don't know a fool from a rat.
It's the high-stepping riverboat man from the shore to the rescue.
The waves are lapping aloft, the sharks are snapping aloft, the thunder's clapping aloft. Just hear it roar, but there's no doubt in the world we'll stay afloat, 'cause it's easy to win. Take it all on the chin when you're in the same boat.
Now the boys come roaring up the band while the ladies at the creek come sailing in a view. Let's pull it all together. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Here we are,
shaking inside and steady tides. Nary a ship that nary a
we see
all the
all the flags are springing a leak.
Congratulations, Lieutenant! You've greatly improved the number, as well as the likelihood that I'll take credit for it.
I agree. But, Lieutenant, what about the killer?
I'm sure the answer must be in the clues that Jenny gave us. Drop in planet Earth. The Earth on this stage. The world on a stage.
All the world's a stage. Shakespeare.
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 Oh my God, that's what Jenny meant! Chris!
I did it! Sorry, reflex. I always take credit for everything. What do you want?
I need to see the final moments of the show when Jessica collapsed.
Oh, very good.
I need Jenny's microphone!
People,
Nikki!
places!
I know how to wrap this up fast, but that would be putting you at some risk.
Frank, you do what you have to do.
Folks! I have a little announcement for the cast and all my men downstairs. Nikki and I just got engaged.
Congratulations.
That's right.
So unexpected.
She'll be leaving the show at the end of the Boston run.
Nikki.
Now, can we have this from just before Jessica took her bow? Come in! Oscar, Aaron, you said you were watching from the audience that night. Watch for me. See if you notice anything different now. Sasha? It's so weird to see people taking bows without any applause.
It's pretty much like this on opening night.
Here comes a leading lady. Hang on, Sasha, stop. You? Give me a hand.
Half.
What are you doing here? You're in the show.
During the bows, I had to quickly go around and give Jessica these flowers.
She demanded a bouquet at every performance.
And she wanted us to play the Star-Spangled Banner to guarantee her a standing ovation.
And did anyone notice anything different on opening night?
Lieutenant, now that you mention it, I think when she took the flowers, she moved her hand to her mouth. Like she was covering a yawn?
Or like something had struck her in the throat.
Well, when you put it that way, yeah.
It happened right after Jessica took the second bouquet.
Second bouquet?
Yes, she received 2 bouquets on opening night. One from Harv and the other from someone right here in this aisle. The flowers hit his face.
Well, maybe it was someone who genuinely liked Jessica's performance.
Oh, I think we can rule that one out.
So that's it. The killer knew about the flowers and on opening nights walked straight down the aisle with his own flowers which hit both his face and something as simple as a pellet gun. The killer fired at point-blank range into Jessica's mouth as she thanked him, and that's how your star was murdered on this stage in full view of you and your audience.
But then, that means we're all in the clear. Yes.
No, Nikki. Not everyone was on stage at that moment. Where were you, Mr. Belling?
Taking a walk alone, as you damn well know.
Aaron, you said you were watching from the back of the theater.
Yes?
And I'll swear I was standing with him the entire time.
I'm sure you would. Oscar?
I was sitting in the last row with Carmen. I think she would have noticed if I'd gotten up out of my seat and headed for the stage.
That's right.
One person alone had both the perfect opportunity
Shafi!
and the...
Somebody hit me!
Hey!
What?
Bobby! Again.
But if that's Bobby, who is this?
Your devoted admirer, Nikki, determined to bring the curtain down on Robin Hood because if this show went to Broadway, you'd forever leave his sphere of influence. A sphere represented by the circle next to your name in Bernstein's book. A sphere that was the clue that Jenny gave us as she died. A planet called Earth, or as Shakespeare put it, the great globe itself. The Boston Globe and its senior critic, Darrell Grady.
Grady?
Careful, Sophie, or no one will ever want to see her face again.
Easy, Darrell.
Easy for you. You're going to marry her. I heard you say so over the house PA.
Frank, I swear I didn't know.
But she does know you, Darrell, doesn't she? You shun publicity. Your picture has never been published, and yet she walked straight up to you yesterday, wanting to shake your hand.
I asked her not to tell anybody we knew each other, so I could praise her in my reviews.
He was only a friend giving me advice. It was never more than that.
It was more than that to me, Nikki. I needed you to stay here so I could guide you. But this infernal musical was going to New York, no matter what I wrote about it.
And watching the show in previews, you saw how to guarantee that it would never go to Broadway. As a critic on opening night, you could rush from your seat after the finale without an eyebrow being raised. Retrieve a bouquet you'd hidden in the lobby and walk straight back down the aisle as the ultimate showstopper.
Yeah, I posted closing notices for Jessica and Jenny and tried to shoot Carmen and sandbag you.
Oh. Daryl, I notice you're out of guns. How far from this theater do you think you can get without one?
Good point. Set your own gun down for me. Now!
All right, just...
He's giving him his gun.
Get back!
Just don't hurt her. Daryl, I'm going to take Nikki away from you now.
You already have.
Frank, don't.
Take one more step, and you're dead. Fine. You're dead.
Oh, no! In situations like this, I always unload the gun in my shoulder holster. I take all the bullets and put them in this gun. Hey! Come here, Nikki. You're under arrest, Mr. Grady. Detective O'Farrell.
God. Could my life get any worse?
Yeah.
Folks.
Bobby.
Since you've all been witnesses to Mr. Grady's confession, I want all of you to go to the green room and give a brief statement.
Hey, if Robin Hood's a success, Toffee, I have you to thank. If you ever need some nice lingerie, drop by my showroom. For you, Lieutenant, 10% off.
Oh.
Well, we've lots of unfinished business to take care of.
Before and after the show.
Any additional notes before we open the curtain, Lieutenant?
Actually, Chris, Nikki and I had a dream of an idea about a new finale for the show.
Well, I'm sure we'll be singing a different tune if you think that we should. Oh, and by the way, bravo, the great detective.
Bravo, the great director.
Frank, now that the mystery is solved, does that mean our engagement is over?
Maybe we should talk about that after tonight's show?
It's a date.
Nice going, Toffee. You put life into a show that was dying, and now they'll put Grady in for life.
Well, actually, I had a lot of help, especially from you.
Me?
Yes, and your daughter, who, by the way, was great in that square dance number of hers.
Oh, no, she was better than great.
Aha! Finally, I hear you say it. You had me puzzled until I saw the look of pride as you watched her. I found you out, Carmen. You married Sid Bernstein and put up with all his affairs and shady deals just to get your daughter on Broadway. But so no one could accuse her of getting there on your coattails, you always belittled her talent in public, even if she hates you for it.
You can't let her know that. I want her to think she got it all on her own.
You're amazing.
But how did knowing that help you catch Grady?
Oh, it didn't. I just explained why you killed your husband.
What? Grady killed my husband!
No. Grady killed Jessica and Jenny and tried to kill you because he wanted the show closed. But that's exactly what your husband was going to do, and he must have told you about it.
No, he didn't.
He told Oscar. Why wouldn't he tell you? You were his partner.
Because the partnership was over.
And he didn't need you.
Oh, he didn't need anybody. Grady promised him rave reviews for the next 3 shows if he shut this one down now.
So your husband did tell you he was shutting down the show. Or how would you know the terms of a deal he'd made with Grady minutes before he died if you weren't the last person to see him alive?
He laughed at me. After all I'd have to take from him, he laughed at me and Elaine like we were nothing.
And?
And I killed him!
Of course you did.
So what happens to me now, Lieutenant?
On impulse, you lashed out at your unfaithful blackmailing husband when he told you your daughter wouldn't get the opportunity for which you had sacrificed everything. I'm afraid you'll have to stand trial. But how about I don't solve your part of the mystery until after the show opens on Broadway?
Oh, Toffee, you give me that, and I'll let you walk me right out of the cast party into police headquarters.
I'll have you watched night and day until then.
I understand. But if the show goes to New York, what about you and Nikki?
Oh, there's always a place in the NYPD for a Boston police lieutenant willing to take a cut in rank and pay.
Toffee, you know what? I think you're one of us. You're a special kind of people known as show people.
You live in a world full of dreams. Sometimes we're not too certain what's false and what's real. We're seldom in doubt about what we feel.
Lieutenant! You're experienced in assault and battery. I think Bobby may need some first aid. We've only hours to go before the curtain opens, and I'm afraid he may not rise to the occasion.
Oh, don't worry, Chris. The cry of places everyone is like smelling salts to an actor. His spirits will be lifted by the hands of an adoring audience whose applause will sustain Bobby right through the very last scene of Robin Hood.
That other bullet in half.
Look, it's Rap Hood.
Oh, I wonder what face belongs to those lips I long to kiss.
This face.
Oh, it's that friendly lawman from the East I was so crazy about. I thought you were all done with us.
Not when I finally found myself a place where I belong.
You rid this place of crime and gave us new hope in ourselves.
That's gonna be one tough act to follow.
Well, how's this? Will you be my lawful wedded wife, Miss Nikki Nancy?
Oh, yes, I will.
Tough act to follow.
will be a tough act to follow, a tough act to follow, a tough act to follow. I know. Show people, civilians find the whole thing quite bizarre. But the happy in our hearts when the overture starts helps us know how lucky we are. Show people! I would do. I choose the music I make with you.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Richard Rogers car, that's good business.
That's good business.
Well, green's my favorite color, and I don't mean on the grass. It's a business.
It's a business.
And the shows I do the business, yes, good at doing business. If you don't like my business, sweetie, blow it out your
business. It's a business. It's a business.
Thank you.
You and I, we could stay a tough act to follow in every way. We'll hold our hand and let the curtains fall, let the spotlight glow. We'll be a tough act to follow. I know. It's okay to take your brochures home and show people the names and faces of our cast and crew. But whatever you do, don't reveal who killed who, or it just might be curtains for you. So thrilling to show people, and you so thrilling to show people, and you so thrilling it's curtains for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Ms. Laila Alvarez.
From a secret admirer.
Give it a Come back. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being such a wonderful and responsive audience.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
As you know, all our songs and music have been played and sung live. I'd like to invite the band on stage, music director and percussionist Vivek Menzel. Piano and brass, Neville Barucha.
Go, Neville!
Hey!
Piano and strings and guitar, Robin Colasso.
Yeah!
Bass guitar, Vikram Kiran.
Vicky!
And piano, Rebecca Thomas.
Take it, Bob, please.
The dance directors, Lionel de Nazareth.
Yeah!
Alicia D'Souza. And Ria Thomas.
Yeah, Ria.
Our sound was coordinated by Sohel Dantas of Reynolds. Our lighting was designed by Russ Peterson. Stage managed by Beryl Albuquerque. Sets by Rohan Pereira, JJ, Nishant, Suhail, and Narsima.
Advice? Only two. Hey.
I think they were auditioning for the next year's show. Okay. Props were managed by Tanya Isar. Wardrobe by Jerusha Varghese. Makeup and hairstyle, Daniel. Tickets, Kavita Kasturi.
Thank you, Kavita.
Our brochure sellers, Ria and Rachel. Varun and Dhruv. Kiran and Kiara. Our costumes and accessories were designed by Asha Fernandez of Elan and Jerusha Varghese. Sets by Jairam, Priya Mendens and Beryl Albuquerque. Props by Tanya Isar.
Makeup.
I'd like to say a special thank you to the British Deputy High Commissioner of Bangalore for supporting us this year.